Hello and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. I am Kendi Olale. Thanks for joining us. I'm under tremendous pressure to constitute the new Executive Council of the Federation. These are the words of President Muhammadu Buhari while hosting the leadership of the National Assembly to a special dinner. The President, however, says that notwithstanding, it would not be rushed into appointing people that cannot deliver. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has details.
Without doubt, one of the most talked about issues in Nigeria today is the awaited constitution of the Federal Executive Council. Nigerians are indeed eager to know those to be appointed as ministers and how soon. This special dinner with presiding and principal officers of both chambers of the National Assembly provided the opportunity for President Muhammadu Buhari to put the record straight.
I'm very much aware about it. I'm under tremendous pressure on it. But the last cabinet, which I had, most of them, the majority of them, I didn't know them. I had to accept the names and recommendations from the party and the other individuals. Now this time around, I'm going to be party mean. In the sense that I will pick people I personally know. Please, Senate President, bear with me. I'm on my last lap.
President Buhari described as pleasing the voting pattern of the National Assembly leadership, which he said not only showed maturity and patriotism, but also signaled to Nigerians that love for the nation supersedes party affiliations.
And it makes a lot of sense to cultivate good neighborhood, whether on individual or national level. I assure you, if Nigeria hasn't cultivated its neighborhood, the damage by Boko Haram would have been much worse than it is.
The president, who made a case for sustained collaboration and cooperation with the legislature for effective service delivery and good governance, however, urged the lawmakers to stop comparing Nigeria's democracy with that of the more developed countries in their debates, saying every country has its peculiarities and varied experiences. Senate President Ahmed Lawan and Speaker Femi Bajabiamila assured the president that they are set to work with him seamlessly towards addressing genuine public concerns and bequeathing worthy legacies for posterity.
All that is before us will be Nigeria and Nigerians. Therefore, it's something that we are committed to. And Mr. President has also assured us that he's ready to work with us, just like we are ready to work with him. So Nigerians should expect a relationship that will be cordial, a relationship that will be productive, a relationship that will provide opportunities for Nigerians to actualize their dreams.
Some of the lawmakers at the event described the engagement with the president as encouraging and reassuring.
For this to happen, we equally assured him that we are going to work with him, we are going to take the interests of this country far and over above any other interest we will have. And certainly it pleases both sides.
This country is bigger than anything will individual, and that we will put all our hands on deck to ensure that we deliver on the dividend of democracy. The welfare of Nigerians does not know party, and as such we are going to look at issues based on a partisan relationship.
This is like the beginning of a new dawn, and I think we are taking away, if nothing, at least the commitment of Mr. President to work with the National Assembly as an institution to deliver onto the promises we made during our campaigns. We will always be with him. We will always identify by the policies and programs of his administration so that Nigerians see things being done differently.
The 9th National Assembly was inaugurated on the 11th of June this year. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The presidential election petition court has continued hearing on the petition of the People's Democratic Party and its candidate, Atiku Abubakar. This Friday, the petitioners called additional witnesses to prove their case. Dele Atumbi reports.
8 additional witnesses were called at the Friday's hearing of the matter where the PDP and its candidate challenging the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari in the February 23 presidential election. The witnesses in their oral evidence were alleging vote buying, illegal tampering of ballot papers, cancellation of results and transmission of results to INEC server during the presidential election. Chris Uche, SAN, led the PDP witnesses in evidence. During cross-examination, counsel to President Muhammadu Buhari, Alex Izion, SAN, Latif Agbemi, SAN of APC, and Usman Ustaz, SAN, counsel to INEC, put it across to one of the witnesses who claimed to have signed from EC8C under duress, but did not include the claim in his statement on oath, which he had earlier adopted as his evidence in chief. One of the witnesses who claimed he received off from EC8Bs as the local government party agent contradicted himself in his oral evidence by claiming there was no election in 4 wards, thereby telling the court he received 9 from EC8Bs. Out of all the 8 witnesses, only one of them claimed he did not vote during the election, as the others told the court that they were properly accredited and voted in the election. One of the witnesses who claimed to have served as INEC's Assistant Presiding Officer 1 told the court that he transmitted result of his polling unit to the INEC server. When confronted with the INEC manual used for his training by the counsel to the respondent, the court was made to understand that the transmission of result fell outside the schedule of Assistant Presiding Officer 1 and resides in the schedule of the presiding officer. The 8 witnesses called this Friday, the petitioners have so far called 36 witnesses. Counsel to the petitioners, Livy Usoku, SAN, informed the court that their witnesses from Safara State were allegedly attacked on their way to Abuja. This made the 5-man presidential election petition court, led by Justice Mohamed Gaba, to adjourn till Monday, 15th July 2019 for further hearing on this petition. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
The first Nigerian Army aviation hangar has been inaugurated in Jaji Cantonment, Kaduna, to support its drive towards its aviation wing. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa covered the event performed by the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai.
Air assets are a critical component of a modern warfare due to its effectiveness in intelligence surveillance reconnaissance, ISR, firepower, and speed in deployment of troops during ground operations. This aircraft hangar, runway, and 10 trained pilots part of efforts to develop the Nigerian Army aviation.
Nigerian Army aviation has been captured. Army Order of Battle 2016. We are yet to have the platforms, but we continue to pursue through the appropriate superior authority for us to see to the realization of this dream.
Similarly, a light aircraft base and a runway is to be constructed in Bama, Borno State to support the ongoing counter-insurgency operations in the northeast.
The contract has been awarded already. The funding already received.
This development is expected to support the Nigerian Army's desire to effectively fight on sea, air, in addition to its infantry operations across the country. From Jaji Cantonment in Kaduna, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
As the 2019 planting season progresses, the Emir of Dutse in Jigawa State, Dr. Noor Muhammad Sanusi, has embarked on a Meet the People peace-building tour within its domain to resolve possible clashes between farmers, communities, and herders. Abdullah Gaba Kudu reports that the strategy is paying off.
The frequent clash between farmers and herders has remained a source of concern to government levels. Though Jigawa State has not in recent times recorded a single clash of this nature, there is, however, a warning signal emanating from a security report over ownership of grazing reserves in some communities bordering Dutse and neighboring areas. This prompted the visit by the Emir of Dutse in company of security and community leaders, where they held an interactive session.
Let us avoid crisis because we don't know how to end it when the crisis erupts. We are
calling on all the houses that are mostly farmers and the Fulanis that are mostly like cow grazers to be patient and live in peace with one another.
For now, both the farming communities and herders have realized the importance of living together in harmony as they agree to continue to coexist peacefully, courtesy of the early intervention of the Emir. From Duse in Jigawa State, Abdullahi Kudu, NTA News.
The federal government is working with farmers and cattle breeders to find lasting solution to conflict that is becoming a threat to national peace and unity. To this end, the government, in partnership with German government and the United Nations, engaging both farmers and herders group in dialogue for peaceful coexistence. Musa Babali reports.
These are representatives of farmers group from 8 states that are prone to conflict. They are in Abuja for capacity building on conflict management towards finding the way out of the crisis that is becoming a threat not only to food security but also to the unity of the country. The farmers declared how some group of people, including bandits, are hiding under the farmers-herders conflict to commit crime.
And we have enjoined the herders to fish out of themselves those who cause problems. Let us be able to negotiate on that basis.
Andrew Kwasari represents the office of the Vice President at the meeting. He says farmers will benefit more under the National Stock Transformation Program.
What we are training them to do is to build their capacity in order to implement a program that we co-design together with them.
They also signified their interest in adapting those more modern approaches if government and the private sector will back them.
Similar training has been organized for cattle breeders where they pledge to embrace peace and work for the socio-economic development of the country. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Governor Muhammadu Inuwa of Gombe State says his administration will carry the traditional rulers along in the quest of fulfilling his campaign promises of developing the rural area. The governor made this known when he received the traditional rulers from the 11 local government area of the state on a visit to congratulate him and the state for joining the next level train. Correspondent Emmanuel Akila reports.
The traditional institution remains a force to be reckoned with, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, when he received the traditional rulers in his office, who visited to congratulate him over his victory at the polls and his successful inauguration. Governor Muhammadu Inuwa gave the assurance of putting behind all political sentiments seen during the election campaigns to carry all of them along. Inuwa noted the closeness of the traditional rulers to the people as a veritable tool for achieving government policies and programs.
Living with the people is part of your inheritance. That places you in a good position to know their problems and should lead in finding the solutions.
Chairman of the Gombe State Council of Emirs and Chiefs, represented by the Emir of Kaltungo, had congratulated the governor on behalf of the council for his victory at the polls, praying the governor to revive the periodic meeting of the Emirate Council with government to foster better understanding of government intents.
He said he's going to reconstitute and make the council active and functional to tackle issues regarding the needs of the people and Gombe State security problems.
14 emirs were in attendance in Gombe. Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
Jennifer is standing by in Lagos with more stories on Nationwide. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Kehinde. Thank you for joining us. Now, Nigerians, irrespective of political affiliations or ethnic leanings, must work in unison to ensure the dream of a true democracy is realized. Former President Goodluck Jonathan was speaking at the public presentation of the memoirs of Senator Femi Okuromu in Lagos. Joy Ken Abakboya has details.
Femi Okuromu, a fourth Republic Senator and one-time Secretary General of Yoruba Social Political Group Afenifere, was also the Chairman Advisory Committee for the 2014 National Conference. The 669-page book titled The Dream, Pursuing the Black Renaissance Through the Murky Waters of Nigerian Politics, Politics is a mix between the author's personal life and Nigeria's politics. It captures real-life details of the nation's history from the military era to its democracy. For former President Goodluck Jonathan, the nation's democracy, which the author Femi Okuromu fought with others to achieve, must be sustained and guarded jealously.
It's a commended effort to showcase authors' desire for our country, philosophy and political leanings, different times.
Leader of the Afenifere movement, Ayo Adebayo, and others applauded the author for documenting some of his experiences in the course of his service to the nation. The book presentation is part of activities to mark Femi Okuromu's 80th birthday anniversary. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakboya, NTA News.
The federal government is working towards a seamless reintegration of returning migrants into the society. Southwest Zonal Coordinator of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Margaret Ukewu, gave the assurance while receiving another batch of 163 Nigerians stranded in Libya. Michael Olaleye reports.
Here they come with growing anxiety of what the future holds. Their venture has ended abruptly and starting afresh seems difficult. In the midst of the challenges, 34-year-old Bukola Ojo is positive. According to her, poverty might dehumanize, but freedom is sweeter.
No freedom, no rest of mind. If you want to go Dukan, you are afraid. If you want to go market, you are afraid.
Bukola is still expressing a newfound freedom. Wisdom is counting his losses. Apart from committing 2.4 million naira to this failed escapade, he lost his best friend to torture.
They send me. You understand? I pay Nigerian money, 500,000. Even when I still reach the loss, my family still control another 500,000. You understand? To come out for tracking.
We spend almost 8 months in prison. It's hell. They beat us a lot. They rape from the girls.
Their experiences vary, but the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons wants the returnees to key into its various resettlement programs.
Those who wish to learn a life skill, there's opportunity for them to be trained, and of course there's opportunity for them to be empowered.
Any Nigerian that has found himself in a very stressful situation like this, we are duty bound, in line with our statutory mandate, to give him necessary support.
These 163 returning migrants, consisting of 64 female adults and 75 male adults, bring the total number of voluntary returnees from Libya to 12,620 since the intervention began in April 2017. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
Now, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has expressed sadness over the tragic loss of lives and property from the recent Ijegun pipeline explosion. Nosal Sula reports that the governor, who visited survivors of the fire at the Trauma and Burn Center Gbagada alongside his deputy and other top government officials, promised them full support towards aiding their quick recovery.
The governor took time to go around the wards. Some of the victims were receiving treatment. Among the survivors are 3 children and 4 adults.
Breaking of pipelines, it's a serious national issue. And so the federal government is taking it up officially. Right? For us, me personally and my deputy, we refuse to begin to go and make a camera show there. Not because we are not doing what we're meant to do to the very unfortunate people that have lost their life, but because we know that it's a security and it's a crime scene. And security operatives are working there.
Governor Sanwo also assured families of the survivors that the state government would do everything within its power to save their lives.
As government come to corner, whether they will try to
to help the remaining people that are remaining. They will try to help them and survive.
We are so happy now for us to help us for this thing. Please, we want those that to help us. There are 9 people that should not die.
Since the 4th of July, when the fire occurred, the Lagos State government immediately directed its emergency responders to ensure treatment of the affected persons for free. In Lagos, Usula, NTA News.
And that's a contribution from Lagos. Nationwide continues after this break.
Enjoy the best of African football as NTA, Africa's largest television network and hotspot, Nigeria's foremost sports production and marketing company, bring you all 52 matches of the Africa Cup of Nations, Egypt 2019 live from June 21 to July 19, 2019. Yes, all 52 games will hit your screen in crystal clear digital quality. It's your guarantee of a memorable viewing experience and a wonderful cost-effective opportunity for corporate Nigeria to reach tens of millions of Nigerians. For sponsorship and commercial support, contact Abubakar on 0803-331-0175 and Felix on 0803-308-2375. Hot Sports, masters of the game. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
They are there at the crack of dawn. They are there busy preparing while we rise for the day. They are there silently, guarding, waiting, listening, and watching. They are there ready in the sky above and the waters below, in the blistering heat of the day, in the dead of night, willing, indefatigable, determined in the defense of the sovereignty of our country. They are our first line of defense and our last. They who have paid the ultimate price in defending us. They are fathers and uncles. They are mothers and sisters and girlfriends and boyfriends. They are brothers and cousins and best friends and neighbors. They are classmates, colleagues, and citizens of this nation. They are our defenders and deserve our respect, our prayers, our thoughts. Nigeria, please support our armed forces.
Major General Olumiwa Abisoye Foundation, in partnership with University of Abuja, requests the presence of the general public to a lecture on nation building or nation fragmentation with the theme Reflections of 20 Years of Post-Military Rule in Nigeria. Discussants, Professor Nuhu Yakub, OFR, Admiral Itonu Tono, Lecturer, Professor Ambassador Ibrahim Agbolambari, CFR, Chairman of the occasion, General Yakubu Gowon, GCFR, Chief Host, Yahaya Bello, the Executive Governor, Kogi State, Special Guests of Honor, Professor Abdul Rashid Na'Allah, Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, Major General David Jemibewon, Board of Trustees Chairman, and Professor Bath Oshenebo, Local Organizing Committee Chairman. Date, Saturday, 13th July 2019. Time, 12 noon. Venue, Samuel Ogbemudia Library Complex, University of Abuja. For inquiries, call 0802-31-00080 or 0808-678-0125.
Welcome back. Speaker House of Representatives Femi Gbajamile has urged the British government to assist Nigeria in repatriating of the stolen fund stashed in the country by some Nigerians. The Speaker made the appeal while receiving the new British High Commissioner to Nigeria. National Assembly correspondent Kenneth Nanin reports that the Deputy Speaker Idris Wase also received delegation of Plateau State Assembly members. House Ad Committee to investigate the crisis rocking Edo State Assembly has commenced its fact-finding assignment with a visit to Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. Representative Abdulrazak Namdas is the chairman of the committee.
Key stakeholders we need to meet with is the governor of the state, and we are here. He's in Abuja, and he has agreed that we should meet him here. We want to hear his own side of the story. The governor has availed us all the necessary information we require, and we are happy that he has given us this information. We use that, and then we are able to meet with other stakeholders, members of the House of Assembly that are there.
Governor Obaseki expressed the willingness to cooperate with the Ad Committee to unravel issues on the matters that will help restore peace and harmony in the State Assembly.
The government of Edo State has nothing to hide, and that we will provide them every information we have relating to the issue and also assure them of the full cooperation of the government of Edo State, and that will provide adequate security and every other facility they need.
The committee was given 1 week to carry out the investigation and report back to the House. The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure is to support the Nasarawa State University in establishing a faculty of engineering. The two agencies signed a memorandum of understanding on terms to aid facility utilization and capacity building. Justin Bem reports.
The Nasarawa State University, established about 20 years ago, now has 8 faculties, but not that of engineering, to run science and engineering programs. The institution is seeking collaboration with the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, for assistance in identified areas for the faculty and its operation. This collaboration also covers design and development of equipment with a renewable energy system, as well as plans to tap from technology transfer.
There is no way we can establish engineering that is unique, an engineering that is the best in Nigeria, an engineering that is world-class, without collaborating of NASENI.
They are supporting Nasarawa State University to take off equipment in the field of electrical engineering, equipment in the area of cognitive manufacturing, equipment in the area of additive manufacturing, equipment to do with virtual manufacturing, rapidly responsive manufacturing, as well as general areas of what is called future-oriented manufacturing.
NASENI has given the university full access to facilities and equipment across the nation for the trainings which will commence in the next session. In Abuja, Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
In the era of globalization, a nation must harness ideas, inventions, and innovations towards technological advancement and global competitiveness. It is in view of this that the National Office for Technological Acquisition and Promotion is undertaking various initiatives to support technology development through partnership with industries in our institutions of learning. Mahmoud Ibn Muhammad reports that one of these partnerships is with the Abuja Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi.
For Nigeria to achieve technological advancement and global competitiveness, all hands must be on deck towards nurturing national talents through the identification of researchers, inventors, and creation of enabling environment and initiating strategies to protect all stakeholders and their creative works. He is the Director General, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion. Dr. Dan Azmi Ibrahim says achievable through partnership with higher institutions of learning, evaluation and registration of technology transfer agreements, and the promotion of all intellectual properties.
We're trying to bring the industry and the academia together. The academia are looking at one side, the industries are looking at another side. So long as we don't come to converge on a point, vibrancy of our research and development cannot translate into product services. So that is the idea.
As one of the benefiting institutions of the partnership, NOTAP has provided equipment that will enhance research in the Abuja Tafawa Balewa University.
So afford us the opportunity for our lecturers to carry out researches.
Another area of collaboration that will be of benefit to the university is the establishment of zonal intellectual property and technology transfer office in the institution. In Bauchi, Mahmoud Ibn Muhammad, NTA News.
Benue State is said to be top among 7 states selected in Nigeria in the Feed the Future Nigeria Agribusiness Investment Activity. The project, which is an initiative of the United States Agency on Agricultural Development, is to partner the state government to develop its agricultural base. Bem Aya reports.
Benue State has vast arable land and its population is predominantly involved in agriculture, resulting in the cultivation of a variety of crops. However, the agricultural practices in the state are basically rudimentary, with the absence of processing facilities and markets for products. It is against this backdrop that the collaboration between the Benue State government and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, in improving agribusiness, mechanization and processing is apt. Dr. Sheffer said the project will focus on 5 areas in the agricultural value chain of rice, maize, soya, aquaculture, and cowpea.
We are the finance and investment project. So we support the value chain, certain value chains, from land clearing to preparation to planting to cultivating to harvesting, storage, processing, packaging, and sale.
Samuel Otom commended the initiative, which is in line with his administration's vision to improve the agricultural value chain in the state, and pledged the readiness of the state government to partner the agency.
These are areas that we know if we get help, we can do better than what we are doing today.
USAID, in its strategic partnership with the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has awarded a 5-year contract to CNFA to implement the Nigeria Agribusiness Investment Activity in Makudi, Bem, Hanya. NTA News.
Ibadan Network Center is next on Nationwide, and Kemi is our guide. Hello, Kemi.
Kende, and thank you for joining us in Ibadan. Ogun State government has restated its readiness to establish world-class cattle ranches and abattoirs to promote agriculture through livestock in the state. The Governor, Abiodun, said this while playing host to a team of private investors in his office. Lukman Adefeso's report is here presented.
The building of a future agenda of the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration has continued to take shape as the governor receives in audience from different teams of private investors who are bringing on board more investment into the state, an indication of actualizing the mission of the new government. Governor Dapo Abiodun explained that the government is looking towards generating more employment through agriculture and providing an enabling environment for business to thrive and attract more investors. The governor added that the state will invest in a world-class cattle ranches and abattoirs through public-private partnership and also prioritize security of lives and property.
Through agriculture, we can employ our youth, we can guarantee security, and we can also generate revenue.
The investors noted that they are investing in Ogun State because the governor Dapo Abiodun experience being an accomplished private person will assist him in developing every facet of the state economy better.
11 inmates have regained freedom in Ijebu-Ode and Shagamu prisons in the jail delivery exercise, with a stern warning to refrain from criminal activities and embrace legitimate means of livelihood. Correspondent Joel Popola reports that an inmate who had spent 19 years in custody was among those released by the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Justice Musumola Dikpeolu.
The jail delivery exercise in Ogun State, which is now consistent, is geared towards decongesting prisons and address anomalies in the justice sector. Ogun State Chief Judge Justice Musumola Dikpeolu noted that reforms in the justice sector is now yielding results as relevant stakeholders are now alive to their responsibilities. After a thorough examination of each case on its own merit, the Chief Judge attended to special cases raised by relevant stakeholders, including that of Derrick, who has been in custody since year 2005 following deportation from Thailand for drug-related offense. He was unlucky in year 2008 when his colleagues were granted amnesty due to omission of his name. His release caused jubilation. Derrick, now 47, hopeful that he can still add value to his life outside the prison walls.
We decided to have intervention week. We have just started. I think it's something that will be a continuous setting. The stakeholders should also have a meeting to see what else we can do.
The controller of prisons in Ogun State, Mr. Victor Benson, while urging the society to accept the inmates, advised them to shun social vices. In Ijebu-Ode, Joel Bukwola, NTA News.
Federal Road Safety Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi says Nigeria has recorded remarkable progress in road safety administration and management, leading to decline in fatality. He was speaking at a sensitization workshop held at the University of Ibadan in collaboration with the University of Wolverhampton, United Kingdom. Funke Bidamito there now reports.
Africa is set to record the highest road traffic death index of 26.6 deaths per 100,000 population. A case in study in Nigeria is the Ogunbiyi family that lost the breadwinner in a road crash, leaving a young widow to cater for 4 young children.
I have with me here 32-year-old Deborah Oguniyi.
So I was just called that my husband had an accident somewhere in Idowa Road in Ijebode.
I was in my office over there when I was called that my brother had an accident, and within a jiffy, I was told that he has died.
Efforts to change this narrative through various strategic plans is therefore the challenge before the Federal Road Safety Corps.
We are among the first 3 leading countries in Africa, and we must appreciate the effort of Mr. President in terms of funding and capacity building. Whatever we have, the government has contributed immensely.
Stakeholders could not agree less, calling for implementation of Target 3.6 of the Millennium Development Goal to halve the number of global deaths and injuries from road traffic accidents by the year 2020. The workshop was attended by stakeholders from across divides. From Ibadan, Funke Bidamito, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. Kende, it's back to you.
Thank you, Kemi. Now, National Assembly correspondent Kenneth Nani has an update on the meeting between the Speaker House of Representatives and the new British High Commissioner to Nigeria, where he urged the British government in repatriation of stolen funds stashed in the country by some Nigerians.
Appreciating the mutual relationship and bilateral ties between Nigeria and the British government, especially in the areas of economic development, strengthening of democratic processes, northeast rehabilitation, and welfare for the internally displaced persons, the Speaker requested more assistance in the country's anti-corruption fight. The British High Commissioner Katrina Leang is looking forward to more collaboration in parliamentary matters and to ease the process of acquiring travelling documents to the UK. Meanwhile, Deputy Speaker Idris Wase has called for more unity amongst Nigerians to overcome various challenges being faced by the country. He was addressing some Plateau State lawmakers who paid him a visit.
We need one another. Yes. We need to come together closely to be able to tackle the menace that's been developing in the entire country, be it insecurity, on the issue of our poverty, which is everywhere. It doesn't have face, it doesn't have tribe, it doesn't have religion. So you are welcome always, and I look forward to a better partnership, and all of us here.
We will always come here to seek your advice, to always work with you as one of the stakeholders from the state, to seek for your contributions and other things that will bring development to our dear states.
Both parties agreed to work together, especially on issues affecting the less privileged. From the National Assembly, Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Nigerians have been called upon to patronize made-in-Nigerian goods in order to boost the nation's economy. State Director, National Orientation Agency, Rivers State, Young Gutamina, made the call during a sensitization visit to some factories in Port Harcourt.
The program, entitled Promoting Made in Nigeria Products, aims at encouraging Nigerians to take pride in their own goods and services. This is to help the nation to become an exporting nation rather than import dependent.
If you look at the population related to the entire West Africa, you know that we are a market. This is the biggest market. So why should we be having appetite for things that are foreign?
Areas visited include furniture session at Rumeme, fashion and design workshop, organic means of agricultural production, and the processing of egg shells to boost agricultural supplement, just as the finished products were also displayed by the manufacturers.
When I graduated, there was no job. I took it upon myself
and I opened this place. And God has been helping me. I urge everyone to do not despise the little beginning.
Everybody that produces these outfits, they are all Nigerians, and we are very proud to be part of what we are doing.
Experts are of the view that with so many young Nigerians being creative, there is need to harness the energy of entrepreneurs to grow the country's GDP. In Port Harcourt, Yanukume Ulolu, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari sent warm felicitations to Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka on his 85th birthday, rejoicing with the literary icon for being one of the country's greatest pride and a universal brand. The president joins family, friends of the cerebral academic in celebrating the 20 years of laudable achievement. Recognition, awards, and consistency, which is said have accumulated in pride to Nigerians, Africans, and the black race. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, the President salutes Professor Soyinka for his intellectual momentum, interventions on state issues, and policy through articles and comment, passion for justice, and persistence in holding leadership accountable. He congratulates the literary icon for projecting Nigeria and African values to the world, wishing him 4 years of health, wisdom, and service to the nation and humanity. Moving on now, ego stigmatization, pressure from family members and friends is said to be some factors responsible for increasing rate of male infertility and lack of treatment in Nigeria. On Good Morning Nigeria will give this insight, also analyze the causes of the problem and preferred treatment options. Alika Opanayi, Arua reports.
The increasing complaints about infertility in men has led to a lot of issues ranging from social to psychological discomforts. This expert on Good Morning Nigeria says low sperm quality, sexually transmitted diseases, lifestyle, and environmental factors are some of the causes.
There are things that people are born with that can affect fertility, okay? And then you look at the person, he's never had a woman pregnant before. You know, his wife is not pregnant as well. These are questions we ask.
A man can have good erection, but not be able, still have male infertility because what he's delivering is not adequate.
Because the man's testis is so active that it must be cooled all the time. So anytime you expose it to prolonged heat, you reduce its ability to function properly.
The guest advised married couples to look at infertility as a joint problem and seek medical treatment together instead of blaming it on the woman alone.
As urbanization, progresses, as industrialization progresses, of course, in the post-industrial setting, you have all sorts of specialties now. So in that case, yes, you can find medical facilities that can have specialized doctors, specialized experts that treat male infertility.
I think the messaging is that to us as a people, to our young men, even as you grow up, recognize that problem that you could fix today, fix it today.
They appeal to parents to pay close attention to their children's health for early detection and treatment of illnesses associated with the genital areas. In Abuja, Alika Opanayi, NTA News.
Yobe State has signified commitment to improving maternal, newborn and child health. The state government has commenced the upgrade of 3 primary health care centers in each local government area under the Saving 1 Million Lives program. Governor Mai Madabu said this in a message to an implementation strategy meeting with officials of the program in Abuja. Olabode Arewa reports.
Saving 1 million lives for results is an elaborate health initiative that is expanding access to essential healthcare services for women and children. The program rests on 6 pillars: immunization, malaria control, nutrition, prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, use of technology, and delivery of essential medicines. This meeting between the Yobe State government and officials of the Federal Ministry of Health is an indication of Yobe's readiness to fully implement the program by utilizing the $29.8 million grant of the Federal Ministry of Health for the states. The money is a reward for UB's commendable performance in healthcare delivery.
Another 3 PHC will be rehabilitated and equipped by the multi-crisis response plan. Another World Bank project, while the state government and other partners will complete the remaining 94 primary care centers in line with the minimum standards of the primary care centers in Nigeria.
The federal ministry, which is coordinating the program, wants other states in Nigeria to move towards with action by presenting realizable work plans for the health sector in their various states.
2018 we conducted another survey, and in 2018 your state actually is one of the states that from the beginning they took this problem very seriously.
A joint committee that would implement the training modules for healthcare providers was established at the meeting in Abuja, Labodawa. NTA News.
Refugees wishing to travel outside the shores of Nigeria cannot do so with ease, courtesy of a conventional private document introduced by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. To that effect, Momso Damien Mati has details.
Emotional reunion for Dr. Marina Asani and Jermaine Ikumu, both from the People's Republic of Congo. Diverse circumstances had compelled them to flee their home country many years ago.
I discovered that this lady is from the same place with my late husband, and she became a refugee. I found again part of my Congolese family also.
Roma is my brother from Kisangani, precisely Ituri. He died. We lost each other contact after a while, and I'm surprised to meet again.
So
I am so happy. It's a small world.
Today, faith has brought them together, courtesy of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, collaborating with United Nations High Commission for Refugees, to unveil this convention travel document to enable them access to any country of their choice.
Serves as a passport to any refugee who does not have his national passport. It is machine readable, and it has a micro chip containing biodata of the holder. Therefore, a beneficiary has wide range of usage of the document.
Jermaine, her Georgian but now Nigerian sister-in-law Marina are not the only ones excited, because many others just like them from Turkey, Sudan, Chad, Syria, and across Africa who have been restricted can now enjoy the benefit of the blue passport to explore other parts of the world. In Abuja, Momso Damien Dati, NTA News.
Report just written says the appeal court has dismissed the case alleging false declaration in President Muhammadu Buhari's form CF001 submitted to INEC to contest the 2019 presidential election. We'll bring you details in a subsequent bulletin. And we'll take another short break now. The news continues shortly. Don't go away.
NTA Television College JOS announces admissions into 2-year diploma programs in film and television production, television engineering, and broadcast journalism. The sale of forms will commence on the 13th of May and run through 30th July 2019. Admission forms can be obtained from all marketing offices, NTA state capital stations, zonal centers, or at the office of the academic secretary, NTA Television College, Rayfield, JOS.
Payment of a non-refundable fee of 7,500 naira bank draft in favor of NTA TV College. Applicants can also obtain the forms through the NTA TV College portal at www.ntatv.edu.nj.
Applicants are required to possess 5 credits in GCE or SSCE in relevant areas of study in not more than 2 sittings, including English and mathematics. All properly completed forms attached with photocopies of credentials must be submitted on or before 30th July 2019. For further inquiries, please visit our website at ntatvc.com or call 0803 3144 383.
NTA TV College, train you to be the best you want to be.
Registrar Announcer.
One Football Confederation, 2014, 6 stadiums, 4 cities, 504 African stars, 1 trophy. The Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2019 comes alive from June 21 with the show's final on July 19, 2019. Watch the 52 matches of the tournament live on Africa's biggest and largest television network, NTA in partnership with Hot Sports. Be part of the biggest soccer fiesta in the African continent as the Super Eagles go on a bold mission to clinch the prestigious title for the 4th time, to the excitement of millions of fans across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Nigeria's premier sports production and marketing group, Hot Sports, partners with the biggest, the largest, and the #1 television network in Africa, the NTA, to give Nigerians a memorable viewing experience. Boost fan support for the Super Eagles to glory in Egypt. For inquiries, please contact Abubakar on 0803-331-0175 and Felix on 0803-308-2375. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online, or visit www.nta.ng. For live stream, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, phone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
Thank you for staying with us. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation is playing a pivotal role towards the full actualization of the economic recovery and growth plan of the federal government. The effort received the commendation of the peer review mechanism team, which visited the Treasury House to ascertain the compliance level of the office as it affects service delivery to Nigerians. Adebola Brookston Sunday reports.
Records show that in 2018, about 207 billion naira savings was made by the federal government from the civil service through the copying of multiple accounts using the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System, IPPIS, as a tool. Led by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, the team is in the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation for idea and experience sharing among ministries, departments, and agencies to consolidate on the reforms of the change agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen,
presenting his scorecard, the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, said his office has assisted in the improvement of revenue collection mechanism through e-collection.
We will continue to make you proud in the discharge of our onerous responsibilities of entrenching transparency and accountability.
Representatives of labor unions took advantage of the visit to express concern on the need for harmonization of professional qualifications and upgrade of staff. And the Permanent Secretary, Service Policies and Strategies Office, Magdalene Ajani, was directed to see to the issues. The team was then conducted round the server room, staff clinic, and e-library.
By the time we conclude the mop-up on the HR module verification, we are going to find a much huger savings that will arise for government.
Forensic accountability and asset tracking management system are other initiatives introduced by the present administration. Adebola Brooksland Sunday, NTA News.
And from that report, we move to sport update. Super Falcons improve in ranking, and in Abuja, basketball stakeholders are meeting. Ayodeji Makinde has details.